After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Play action now, Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Prescott now. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play. This first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Prescott from the gun. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Here's McLeod on the return.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Gould able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Prescott looks to throw on first. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Prescott.
That's caught again by Schultz.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
2nd down and goal. Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He'll wind up losing 10 there, a full 10 yards, so that one hurts. And it brings up 3rd and goal. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this 2nd half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
47.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Prescott to throw it.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys are back within a score.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. Throwing here, Purdy. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Cowboys take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Purdy's throw complete here to Ayuk.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
They go play action here. Purdy. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And for a 2nd straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back.
Purdy now to throw.
Rolling to his right. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On 4th down, here's Purdy.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd and 6. Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. This offense so far on third down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Open man is Ayuk, complete.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. The 20.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
On 2nd and 2, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Dak Prescott able to connect with Dalton Schultz. And the Cowboys have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, Prescott here to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And this is gonna be intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. The veteran kicker Robbie Gould set to get us started, and we are underway from the Superdome.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. And Dalton to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
From midfield here, Dalton. Escaping the pressure right.
Back to Kamara for another catch. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The first down throw coming for Dalton. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Dalton sets up play action. On the check down, he finds Kamara.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup.
Play action here with Dalton. Complete. It's Johnson.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. Sliding out of the pocket. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. This will be Dalton again. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Complete to Alvin Kamara. A gain of 6.
4th down. Dalton wants to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did.
Is a turnover on downs.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Purdy off the play fake.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
1st down, San Francisco.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy.
This will be caught. It's Samuel. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Saints' 32-yard line.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
It's now 4th down. Ready?
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do?
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. So the fake punt, a daring call this deep in their own end, and the end result, certainly not what they were hoping for.
I have to admit I admire their daring, but I actually would like this play call better if it's between the 40s here. The problem is, even if the ball's not intercepted and it's just incomplete, you're still giving away half a field's worth of possession.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Purdy.
And he will find his man, Samuel.
And the Niners are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey.
Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the 49ers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
The score, Niners 7, Saints nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. 1st and 10 for Dalton. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Nick Bosa. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Got to be careful here. Dalton. Wide open receiver complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 33-yard attempt. The kick by Gould is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We saw this franchise do this back in the 2009 Super Bowl. The Saints will start the second half with an onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. A very rare kickoff return on an onside kick. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now not only did you not get it and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Completes it to Samuel. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 19 yards that time for number 19.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. McCaffrey, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Play action. Now Purdy.
Touchdown! George Kittle. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Gold to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Niners 24, Saints nothing. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Dalton, 1st and 10.
Again, it's Johnson.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
It's a gain of 48 yards.
Now Dalton.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Here's Dalton to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to